So good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Nicole Mills. I'm the Director of Transportation Development for the Florida Department of Transportation. I will be your MC for today. Y'all watch out, we're in for a good time. Okay, I am truly grateful that you have all braved the Florida heat to join us for this special occasion. The celebration of the newly completed Legacy Trail Overpass Bridge at Bee Ridge and Clark Road. Your presence means a great deal to us for celebrating this milestone, Sarasota community. We have a wonderful program lined up for you today, featuring an inspiring group of speakers, a powerful performance by an acclaimed local vocalist, and the honor of welcoming a Sarasota County Fire Department Honor Guard. And of course, let's not forget that stunning 12 by 18 foot American flag flying behind us. We do like our flags, and now we're getting ready to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. And of course, let's see, I encourage you to snap a photo by the flag as a celebration of the event. And at this time, please stand as we welcome the Sarasota County Fire Department Honor Guard for the presentation of the colors. Please remain standing for a rendition of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets raglan, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, oh, and the home of the brave? Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order all. I hate forward march.
Thank you, Honor Guard, and thank you, Chantel Norm. That was an amazing rendition. I think you've missed your calling in life. Up next, we have a short video that highlights the finished product, featuring reactions from the Legacy Trail users and the supporters who helped bring this vision to life. We hope you enjoyed this new segment, part of FDOT's effort to showcase the voices of our communities that we proudly serve. Please draw your attention to the monitors.
Cyclists and pedestrians can hardly contain their excitement now that the new Legacy Trail Bridge over Clark Road, also known as State Road 72 in Sarasota, is open.
Oh, it was fantastic, fantastic. I was waiting so long for it to be finally finished because I hate crossing those busy streets, and this is just icing on the cake for sure.
It's only been positive. I mean, even when we were first starting construction, we put out the first cones, cyclists were excited. So even though we might have been a little bit of an inconvenience, maybe in their way, slowing them down just a little bit, they've been excited ever since we started the project.
I'm just thrilled. I love Bee Ridge already. I was one of the first people to go over and be back and forth. I live nearby, so it's perfect.
Hasselbacker talks about the new Bee Ridge Bridge, finished 1 month ago. Both overpasses cost about $13 million and are built to make the legacy trail safer and easier to use. Before, people on bikes or walking had to cross busy roads, which was challenging. Now, the bridges let them go over the highways without dealing with cars.
As you may know, incidents between cyclists and automobiles are very frequent in Sarasota County and very frequent in Florida itself. So having a bridge over a wide, busy street like Clark really provides an opportunity for cars to avoid us and for us to avoid cars. So I call it a win-win. It's exciting.
These two overpasses, major state roads, hundreds of thousands of users crisscrossing it, messing up traffic flow, and it's also dangerous. So this is so great for our community. User experience has been improved and safety has been improved.
Safety and convenience are the main reasons for building the quarter-mile bridges, but they offer other benefits too.
They're really critical as people that use these to get to work every day. Think about the reduction of fossil fuels that this is creating. It's allowing people to get out, get healthy, get on the bikes. And they say that getting outdoors in nature, and this is a way to do that, is good for our health. So this trail is a good way for people to feel good about themselves and feel good about the county that they live in.
The Florida Department of Transportation Sun Trail Network, Sarasota County, Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization, the Florida Gulf Coast Trail, Trust for Public Land, and Friends of Legacy Trail all share the same pride, knowing this major milestone moves the county closer to a fully connected trail system for everyone to enjoy and for future public recreation.
At this point, I want to introduce our elected officials who are here today, and thank you all for your attendance. State Representative James Buchanan, County Commissioner Mark Smith, County Commissioner Ron Cutsinger, and County Commissioner Teresa Mast. And then we have our Executive Director of the Sarasota Manatee MPO, Dave Hutchinson. And if I forgot anybody, I apologize. I just know they are all sitting right there, so I see them. Okay, so what a special day today is for the Sarasota community, for all of us who have had the privilege to help bring this vision to life. Just a couple of weeks ago, our FDOT team interviewed Mrs. DeSicchio, who you just saw in the video. She shared a story that stuck with us. When she and her husband moved from Illinois to Sarasota, they had the one non-negotiable requirement: to live close to a trail where they could ride every single day. And today, thanks to this project and the hard work of so many partners, they and over 650,000 people, they now enjoy a safer, more connected legacy trail experience. That's the heart of why we do what we do. These two new overpasses at Bee Ridge Road and at Clark Road remove two of the busiest and most hazardous crossings along the trail. We're not just improving safety, we're expanding access, reducing traffic conflicts, and helping more people live active, healthy lives. As you heard from our construction administrator, Billy Wooden, say, the community wasn't just accepting of the work, they were exciting, and that excitement only grew as the bridges took shape. At FDOT, every project starts with a commitment to safety and quality of life. These principles are evident in every inch of these structures. Each bridge spans about 1/4 of a mile and includes a 12-foot wide path hurricane-rated construction, ADA-compliant ramps, and railings made of powder-coated aluminum for durability. These overpasses were built to last and to serve everyone, regardless of age or ability. Construction began in November 2023 at Bee Ridge, and we're proud to complete Clark Road in July of 2025, just under 2 years. That's a tremendous accomplishment considering the weather challenges we faced. The $13 million investment was no small feat. It reflects the strength of our partnerships with Sarasota County, the Trust for Public Land, the Friends of the Legacy Trail, and the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization. So let's take a moment to reflect on the growth and popularity of this incredible trail. In 2023, Sarasota County reported more than 500,000 users. This year, we're ready to surpass that with 650,000. That's an amazing number. It's a powerful testament to how vital this trail is to our region. These new overpasses are part of something even bigger. They connect the 18.5-mile Legacy Trail, a beloved corridor stretching from North Sarasota to the historic Venice Train Depot. Once a rail line used by the Seaboard Air Line Railroad and later CSX, this corridor was purchased in 2004 by Sarasota County and the Trust for Public Land. It is now, with these enhancements, is also a key segment of the 420-mile Florida Gulf Coast Trail, which will eventually link Tampa Bay to Naples. So yes, this is about safety. It's also about connectivity, community, and legacy. It's about giving residents and visitors alike the opportunity to experience Sarasota in a whole new way through the mobility, health, recreation, and a deep appreciation for the outdoors. Looking ahead, we're not stopping here. FDOT and our partners are already exploring additional bridge crossings to enhance trail safety and continuity. Sarasota County has 3 more overpasses currently in design, along with plans for a major interstate crossing at Nathan Benderson Park that will connect Lakewood Ranch to downtown Sarasota, Venice, and Northport. These are ambitious goals, and with continued collaboration, we'll get there. Before I close, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who played a role in this milestone achievement. Your dedication, especially in the face of back-to-back hurricanes, speaks volumes. It's a powerful testament to your commitment to strengthen the infrastructure and creating a better, safer Florida for all. Special thanks to Sarasota County government, the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization, Florida Gulf Coast Trails, Trust for Public Land, Friends of Legacy Trail, and our contractor, Zepp Construction, who worked over the weekend clearing this site for us. This is truly one of those feel-good projects for a community that not only needs it, but has earned it. Thank you for celebrating with us today. So at this time, I'd like to welcome our scheduled speakers to share their remarks. Kindly make your way to the podium when it's your turn, following the order listed in the program. Thank you for our cooperation as we move through today's agenda. So first, we'll hear from Commissioner Teresa Mast of District 1.
Good morning. So when you have a group that's as amazing as this, on a nice, cool Sarasota day, there's some individuals that I want to make sure that I don't forget, and a couple that I might want to embarrass a little bit. On behalf of Sarasota County, I know that we have our Deputy County Administrator, Brad Johnson's here today, and we have our Director of Parks and Recreation, Nicole Richler, and many from her department, so I don't want to miss anybody. But there's a couple gentlemen here that might want to try and hide, but they can't because they've been an intricate part of this for many, many years. There are people that have been working on this for what I would call almost a lifetime or a great part of their lifetime. And it would be former Commissioner Charles Hines and former Commissioner John Thaxton. Now, what you may not know about former Commissioner John Thaxton is that he used to actually take a few free rides up and down that rail train before we decommissioned it. And so he's very familiar with this area. And I think as a younger rascal, he may have spent a few hours on that himself. So he could probably tell you more stories about it than what you might want to hear about. But We really thank them for being here today because they do help tell what I call the story of this historic day. It takes an entire village to do this, and people don't realize that it really is a public-private partnership and a private-private partnership. And we have those from the state that have fought hard for us. We have those from a county level that have fought for us. We have representatives from the community that volunteer their time. They make sure that they give everything they have. This is what you call, when you dream big, you see it come to fruition. This was a big, big dream. Now I'll get back on task. I just want to thank FDOT for allowing us as Sarasota County Commissioners to be a part of today. We appreciate you very much. I'm honored to join as we mark the opening of these major improvements to one of Sarasota County's most cherished assets, the Legacy Trail. When you get to live, work, and play all in the same area, you're very, very blessed. There are a lot of communities that do not have this opportunity, and we do not want to take it for granted ever. The Legacy Trail first opened to the public in 2008, providing 10 miles of multi-use trails. Since then, the trail has become a vital part of life here in Sarasota County, connecting neighborhoods, promoting healthy lifestyles, and offering a safe and scenic route for recreation and transportation. Today, the trail extends nearly 20 miles with connectors from Northport through Venice to downtown Sarasota. Last year, more than 650,000 people used the trail. The new pedestrian bridges at Clark Road and Bee Ridge Road will make these experiences safer, more convenient, and enjoyable for everyone. Projects of this scale require a shared vision and years of collaboration. We're proud to partner with FDOT, the Trust for Public Land, the Friends of Legacy Trail, and our dedicated county staff, along with the residents whose passion and advocacy have helped make this possibility. We're also continuing to expand our regional trail network. We are actively working on the Nathan Benderson Park Connector in partnership with the Friends of the Legacy Trail, Trust for Public Land, Florida Gulf Coast Community Foundation, and the City of Sarasota. This connection will further expand safe and accessible trail options across the county. Additionally, the City of Northport is leading the construction project for a planned connection to Warm Mineral Springs, which will extend to Northport Connector Trail South from its current point at Price Boulevard. The county completed the design to 90% during the initial trail construction and has funds earmarked to support the project. Whether you bike, you walk, or enjoy being outdoors, these bridges are an investment in the healthier, safer, and more connected Sarasota County. Thank you again to FDOT for leading this important work and for your continued partnership. And one last note that I'd like to say, I had the incredible privilege when this Legacy Trail first opened to be one of the first riders on their Surrey. And if you have not done it, you need to do it. First of all, the history that you get from the volunteers while they're driving you around is amazing. But what I really enjoyed about it was just having the opportunity to have a safe experience that connects you to areas that generally you don't get to see when you're in a car. Now, I will turn it over to my dear friend and Vice Chair, Ron Cutsinger.
Thank you, Teresa. I want to echo what you said about how many people have been involved in this process. Especially want to thank today FDOT. What a great job you've done on this. We're grateful to partner with you on it, and everyone who had a part in making this such a success. I couldn't help but reflect on a day 7 years ago now when I got a call from Dan Bailey. How many of you know Dan Bailey? Dan Bailey's just a classy, well-known fellow who called and said, "Hey, Ron, could you help me with something?" I said, "Yes." "What are we doing?" And he asked me to join him on the committee to move forward with the referendum, raising $65 million to pay for the trail. And it was say yes to the extension of the trail. He did me an incredible favor that day. I still, the people that I worked with in that referendum are still, they're lifelong friends. And so many relationships were built and so many good things came out of that. So what a great day that was. These new bridges at Bee Ridge and Clark Road removed two of the most challenging road crossings on the trail. They're a direct investment in public safety, helping to ensure that cyclists and pedestrians can travel without having to navigate high traffic intersections. I wrote a guest editorial back in 2018, and I wrote in that editorial, sometimes, because there was some opposition, there were folks who were saying, that's too much money to pay for an old railroad right away. I said, sometimes in a cost-benefit analysis, there are intangibles that are difficult to value. In 2016, here in Sarasota, there were 13 pedestrian and cyclist deaths and 70 serious injuries. Separating people from traffic is a worthy cause. Again, not just statistics, but reality. It just so happened that that same year, one of our clients, her husband, went for a walk. He was crossing an intersection, and a distracted driver did not see him, and he died. And so I was able to bring reality to what we were trying to accomplish. And on the way here this morning, I kid you not, there was a lady in a pickup truck who had her phone, who was driving down the road with her phone. She was doing a video, and she almost ran me off the road. And so this is a great cause. The public safety of this is so powerful and so meaningful. And so with upgraded signals and thoughtfully designed ramps, the project makes the trail more welcoming to people of all ages and abilities by safely integrating recreation and transportation infrastructure. As we look to the future, I remember when we opened the trail to Northport, there was a sign there, and I think Charles remembers this, that said "Start." And both of us looked at that and said, we're not starting or finishing anything here. We've got a long way to go. We got a long way to go because there's so many good things coming. But as we look to the future, we're looking for this partnership to continue with FDOT, with the Trust for Public Land, and I've got my trust hat on. I want to give a shout out to two people who, without their help, and we've already given a lot of names because there's a lot of people involved in this, but without their help, this would not be happening. And that is from the Trust for Public Land, Begin Hanrahan and Doug Hadaway. Their work they did in making this happen is astonishing. And so I really wanted to give them a shout out. And now with Charles Hines, continuing that work, great things continue ahead. The preliminary design efforts, and we've already said this several times, the preliminary design efforts are underway for pedestrian overpasses at Bahia Vista, Beneva, and Tuttle to enhance safety and connectivity along the trail. We're also doing something else. We're putting in a bifurcated trail in sections, and we'll see how we can get that done across the whole trail, which will add a separate parallel 6-foot asphalt path alongside of the Legacy Trail to improve safety and reduce user conflict. Cyclists will remain on the trail, while walkers, strollers, and dog walkers will use the new path, and construction on that, with the help of the Friends of Legacy Trail, a nice grant that they helped us with, that construction will begin later this year. So again, just adding to public safety. And so with that, the Legacy Trail in every sense is one that we're proud to build on for generations. I ended that article I mentioned that I wrote, a guest article, I ended it this way. Every time someone gets on the trail, it's of value to our county. Whether it's reducing stress, getting healthy, commuting to work, a student walking or riding to school, a tourist experiencing our quality of life, a disabled veteran enjoying a place out in the sun, a kid getting out from behind the screen, or a family out for a walk, every one of us benefits.
Thank you, Nicole, for inviting the MPO to be part of this. The Metropolitan Planning Organization is a regional entity for transportation planning established in state and federal law. We are directed by elected officials representing our 2 counties and the 11 municipalities and the Sarasota Manatee Airport Board. I believe Representative Buchanan actually attended at least one MPO meeting as the rep of the airport board back in the day. And mostly we deal with long-range, long-term planning. We look at how we're going to deal with going from nearly 1 million people in our 2-county area now to nearly 1.3 million by 2050. This is one of the fastest growing and most beautiful parts of the whole country, the whole world. And that creates lots of transportation challenges. But this project, the Legacy Trail and our overpass projects, really is one of the few life and death related activities that the MPO gets involved in. Because of the wide widespread use of this trail. It's very, very dangerous when people cross Clark Road and Fruitville Road, Bee Ridge Road. These are big state facilities that handle lots and lots of traffic. So we've got to continue to separate that traffic, as Commissioner Cutsinger said. And the MPO board has taken positions to support projects like this as in the competing priorities that we deal with. Trails are not just about safety and recreation. They help meet vital and long-standing national, state, and regional interests. So we want to support for these types of projects to continue as transportation funding programs are developed in the future. And they're also about improving our regional mobility, our community and economic development, congestion relief, and tourism, even emergency management. And really, the way we make these projects happen is through collaboration that you've heard about. So with the MPO, doesn't work in a vacuum. We work on a daily basis with our counties, the Florida Department of Transportation, and we've worked on this project with the Friends of Legacy Trail. The sheriff's offices are also involved. So many, many people, many, many partners make something like this happen, and we all benefit. Thank you very much.
It's pretty interesting. Charles Hines, Program Director of Florida Gulf Coast Trail. I want to introduce my colleague, Elizabeth Jaguar, who came over from Orlando. She's our State Director for Philanthropy, which is a big job because it allows TPL to do what we've done and want to continue to do. Incredible history, Nicole, you gave, Commissioner Mast, Commissioner Cutsinger, Dave, thanks so much. You laid the predicate. I make notes to give a speech. Now I can throw it all away because you guys hit it all. So, you got it. That was not the finish. We're nowhere close to being finished. We need to be excited. This is a big tent, and a lot of people that are in here have already been recognized for what you have done. So let's celebrate today and go to work tomorrow. Let's expand this tent and get everyone involved in Sarasota County, everyone involved in Southwest Florida to complete the Florida Gulf Coast Trail. As a Sarasota County resident, John, I'm looking at you too. I mean, I don't really get nervous in public speaking, but I'm nervous right now because this is scary that everybody up here is saying the same thing. You're recognizing the benefits of this trail that is so much more than a recreational trail. It's life and death. It's economic redevelopment. It's safety. It's getting kids to school. It's creating a sense of place for Sarasota County. We can be the best trail community, and I've been saying this for 2 years, in the state of Florida. And I think when I said it 2 years ago, I got a lot of eye rolls. Now you're starting to see it. When you heard the testimonial from that lady that moved here and said, I need to be next to a trail, that is, Palmer Ranch sells on that all day long. We need the connectivity. Let's go to work. Get the overpass to Lakewood Ranch. Get us connected to Northport. Get us connected in North Sarasota up to the airport. We still got a lot of work to do. But in a couple, 3 years, we can have this huge tent out at Nathan Benderson Park and say that all of Sarasota County is connected. We get those benefits. So enjoy today, and I'm going to be bugging you tomorrow to go to work. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Louis Cosibo. I'm the president of the Friends of the Legacy Trail. I'm the last speaker. I had a 20-minute speech prepared. I'm going to cut it down to 15 minutes, if that's okay with you. On behalf of the cyclists, the runners, the walkers, and the motorists of Sarasota County, I would like to thank FDOT, Sarasota County Commissioners, the MPO, and the Trust for Public Land for making these two bridges possible. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
That was amazing. We were all like, okay, however long you want us to talk. That's what I told Commissioner Cutsinger is, these are your people. If they want you to talk that long, go ahead. But you got all right. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither is a trail. It has many phases to go through, and eventually we get it done. So none of this would be possible without the said collaboration of Sarasota County government, the MPO, Florida Gulf Coast Trail, Trust for Public Land, and the Friends of Legacy Trail. In addition, I'd also like to thank our design team, our design project manager, Andre Diggs, our construction project manager, Billy Whidden, the FDOT's Sun Trail Network, ZEP Construction, ASA Consultants, BES Inc., Ardman and Associates, and Terracon, as well as Sarasota County Fire Department Honor Guard, and Chantel Norman with her excellent rendition of the national anthem. I look forward to continuing our work together to make our communities safer and more beautiful. Thank you everyone for attending. And then we will go cut the ribbon. We'll go along the sidewalk and we'll go to the edge of the bridge and we'll cut the ribbon. So with that, let's go.